What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Alchemy Pay today. ACH, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it, my friends. So yes, yesterday you moved up 11%. The day before you moved up 7%. It does seem as though ACH has found its low. I want to look at this on the Binance chart, maybe with USDT. It has more volume. Yeah, above average volume over the last 2 days. I don't know about you guys, but just looking at the volume readings here, it looks like you went through some rather high levels of volume here, and then once you started moving down, your volume just died. It died off completely until you started to move up again, where you got above average levels of volume. We know that it's above average by the way of the charts here, because if you zoom out, if you kind of look, you see these histograms, right? You can see the bars, the green and red bars, but you see the little slightly shaded histogram level there. Whenever the readings are above that, that makes it above average. Some people I'll get off on a tangent real quick. Some people ask how I get that on there. What's this indicator? You just type, you go to your technicals here. You type in volume, right? You want your volume on there. You click on volume. You double click your volume. And then what you do is you want to click on your volume MA. Volume MA, I make mine a histogram. You can make it an area. You can make it you can make it a line. Whatever helps you see it better. The histogram's kind of fun for me, so that's why I have it there. But beyond that, beyond the semantics of getting set up with the trading view HUD here, getting above average levels of volume on this move up, more pronounced daily closes, more pronounced bars on a daily basis than what we've seen recently. That very much suggests that not only are you done moving lower, but you're ready to break out and move up higher. I think that's what that means, right? From a low to a high here, you went all the way down right through your golden ratio to your 786. Immediate bounce, closing above your golden ratio. Or I guess you closed right at it yesterday, but looking like you're going to go above it. You guys, this thing is on a non-stop mission, at least probably to the 382, if not the 236. I would think you're going to about 3.85 cents, if not 4.5 cents by the end of this week. If not by the end of today. It really could be by the end of today, man. I don't know. But something of about 24% to 46% is where you're going to go. Absolutely, I think ACH is going to go higher. Absolutely, if we zoom out, we are going to break out of this overall consolidation phase that you've been in for a while. But before we do, my expectation would be, while we are at this area between your high to your low, it's not going to be like this where we just break out. I think that we're going to more methodically kind of work our way up. And then once we're up at this area where we're above the 236 at about 4.52 cents, once we're up above this area here, that's when I think we can start thinking about this more eruptive behavior like what we saw here, because then we're looking to break out of the pattern overall. What do I know? I could be crazy or wrong at the very least, and maybe you do just move straight up. I mean, this is crypto. This is ACH, very bullishly charged crypto, and definitely at the precipice of breaking out of something that is rather magnificent, to say the least. Right, this overall consolidation phase that you've been in since February. It's a very bullish formation, in my opinion. Right, higher lows here, flat shelf. Almost always that indicates that you're going to break out, and whenever you do see prices above this high, you're likely going to see a phenomenal breakout, something that reflects the depth of this consolidation phase, right? So if you look at this week, we look at the moves that we had that got people excited. This week you moved up 74%. How many people were excited about that? I'm going to delete all this, man. It's too much. That was an exciting week. Okay, relatively speaking, that was very exciting. That was the biggest week you've seen. That is nothing. Mark my words, that is nothing compared to what you're going to see in March. When you break out of this range, you guys, you're going to see the biggest weekly closes that you've seen probably since this move, or maybe even beyond that. I don't know. How big were they? That's pretty big over there, right? 91%. I mean, you could see 65%. You could see bigger weekly closes than that, absolutely. Certainly something bigger than this, and it all starts with breaking out of this. So I think you're on the precipice of moving higher. Let's stop talking about that and actually do some analysis on it. Okay, so from a high to a low, relative high of the overall range to the relative low of the overall range. Yes, this is the true high, but that was a bit of a fake out, wasn't it? High to low here. When you truly break out, the minimum target is 7.5 cents to the 12.3 cent area. That's your first target zone. If you can get above 12.3 cents, we look to our second target zone, which is about 18 cents to 50.5 cents, something in there. If you break above here, we could talk about the third target zone, or even the money zone here. And it's possible that ACH goes there, but let's keep our feet on the ground for now, and let's just see if we can make sense out of these lower targets first. So looking at where you are now, from the current price this week, you're up 16% from the start of the week. We got about 5 days, 22 hours left, so basically only a day into the week, and you're up 16%. That's nice, man. Keep doing that, and you're going to be up a good bit by the end of the week. If we go to the 1618, I mean, the 1272 would be the minimum target. That's about 150% move. That would mean Alchemy Pay underperforms the average coin by the end of March. If this is where you stop at the minimum target of this minimum zone here at about 7.5 cents, which by the way, that's still great growth from here, you would grossly underperform compared to the average coin. I don't know about you guys, but a chart that looks like this, that's consolidating with this flat top, this immaculate consolidation accumulation phase with a lot of volume coming here, you're about to break out. I don't think you're going to stop right there. I don't think you did all this just to stop right there. I don't think you did all this just to stop at the next area. Maybe the golden ratio, that's a suitable stopping point. 296, that's about just above, but around average for what we expect to see the average coin do in March. Okay. Now we're getting to something reasonable. 12 cents, 12.3 cents, you're at 3.123 cents right now. It's changing every second. 12.3 cents could be a very suitable minimum target to have, right? I'm not saying take profits here. I'm not saying sell all your bags here. Do whatever you want. Not financialized, not a financializer. I'm just saying if you were at a minimum to see a price by the end of this move up, where would that be? To me, that would be 12.3 cents. Not any of these lower targets, right? Nothing down here. So assuming that that's the minimum, you break out from here, we go up to the 1886. That's the next target area. 461, 600%. This is a zone that I think is very suitable, right? I don't know about likely. I do think it's likely. I don't want to say it like that. If this is your minimum target, this would be likely. The reason why I don't want to say likely is because I actually theorize you could see a higher price in this. It's not me saying it's not likely because I think that you're going to stop lower. I actually think this zone is not likely because I think you're going to go higher. Does that make sense? So I had to choose my words carefully there. The reason why I think you're going to see a 10x or more is because, again, of the length and the depth of this consolidation phase. You've had volume come in at rather key areas, right? In these expansive areas, in the showing interest areas. When you break out, I'm assuming there'll be a lot of volume as well, and I think that you're gonna have a lot of free range to run. If we look at ACH on its overall all-time history chart, right? Its all-time highs, if I can get to it, high to low here. Its all-time highs are right here at about 17.5 to 20 cents right there, right? That's the all-time high area. And if we go back to this chart here, that was the bottom zone. That was the area that I said I think we could hit. I was saying it wasn't likely because I think we would go higher, not because I don't think we can hit it. I would actually say this is a lot more likely than 12 cents is. But the next target area nonetheless, that's the current all-time highs for ACH. If and when you get above there, there's nothing really stopping you. Like, where are you going to stop? You're in blue sky breakout territory, so there's nothing really stopping you. So whenever I say targets at 30 cents, 31 cents to 50 cents are possible, I really mean it, man. I really do mean it. And it doesn't mean that just because I mean it that it's going to happen. But I think that ACH can genuinely see prices around 31 cents by the end of March. At a maximum, I think 50.5 cents would be the case. I don't think you'll see the money zone. I think in time you will. Sure, in time by the end of this year, sure, of course, there and higher, of course. But by the end of March, no. I don't even think you hit 50 cents by the end of March. So I'm going to keep 50.5 cents as the moon boy target. That would exceed my expectations. Something between 31 cents and 18 cents is what I would expect. It's not the smallest range, but 18 to 31 cents. I'm liking that 31 cent area, but 18 to 21 cents, man, that might be where you go as well. 120 or 12.3 cents, a 300% move. That's my minimum expectation, and I'm not expecting that at all. But it could happen. It could be where you stop. You never know. And even then, that's still good growth. That's above average growth compared to the average coin. So ACH has a lot to do. Let's talk about the short-term stuff, and then we'll end the video, okay? Weekly RSI, bouncing off the 50, looking bullish. You didn't close the week green last week, but you're green this week. If you can close this week green, you'll look like you're bouncing off the 50, which I think would be a nice look. If you close it red and you get below the 50, well, you can find support down here, and that's fine. So if ACH does come back down this 16.5% it's given us this week, and it closes a little bit lower, that's fine. It's okay. It happens. I don't think that it'll go too much lower as long as we don't break like out of this trend line. Though even if we do, sometimes we break these horizontal or these diagonal trend lines, we'll get right below them, and then that's whenever we move up, right? We'll find support at an area that makes more sense like this, but we'll break your imaginary diagonal trend line. We'll find support at an area that totally makes sense. Previous areas of resistance, previous areas of support. People will freak out because of the diagonal trend line. Nobody focuses on the horizontal trend lines, and then we will rip to the upside, right? That's at the worst what I think would happen. But at the best, and likely to happen, I think, because you already have a bullish engulfing candle right now. You've already got basically half the volume that last week had, and you're only a day and 2 hours into this candle. I think you're probably going to continue in the short term, okay? Daily time frame, because again, that's a nice look on the weekly, just bouncing off the 50 there. 3-day time frame looking kind of boring. It's very neutral, but also bullish. I would say it's bullish. Slightly neutral at times, right? But you're getting overbought. You're not getting oversold, so that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Rather productive right now. Yeah, I could see you making a drive higher now. Daily RSI, same thing, man. You're getting overbought, not getting oversold. I love it. I love it. Bouncing off the 40 area, higher lows. Today would suggest that you could go higher, but then maybe tomorrow you reject, or maybe today's the day. Maybe today is the day that you break out and you see things above these areas in the RSI, which would then lead me to believe that the price is definitely continuing up to that 4 cent area by the end of this week. Right, we'll see. My thoughts are, by the end of this week, I don't think you're above 5 cents, but you could be. You never know. My thoughts are you will be above 4 cents by the end of this week. Maybe at the end of the week you've already hit this, and then to close the week you come back down. Maybe you're below 4 cents to close the week, but by the end of the week you would at least hit 4 to 4.5, 4.2 to 4.5 cents is my thoughts. And then going into the end of the month, I suspect that you will continue to see prices grow. You'll be at either your current highs at around 5.8 cents, 5.3 cents, or likely I would think that you're higher. Going into the end of the month, going into the beginning of March, you'll be pressing prices at 7.4 cents and beyond. And I think to end this move sometime in the end of March, you will likely be somewhere between about, I think is that right, 12.7 cents to 18 cents. Was that the target area? I think that's right. High to low here. No, that's not right. It would be this, right? That's right. 18 to 21 cents. Yes, that's what I think. 18 to 21 cents to 31 cents, which would actually be the relative money zone of this smaller fib here, right? And then the relative golden ratio, or no, not the golden ratio, sorry. The relative 1886 to 200 area is the relative 2272 here. So those kind of line up. The minimum targets even line up well with 12.3 cents, but I think that you'll go above there. So I got nothing else for you guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I think ACH is moving up rather immediately. If it moves down at all, very small amounts, but I think it's just moving up. Up. That's all I got. Take care. Bye-bye.